Yo, 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 what up, what up? It's me, Remedy, ready to give you some more of this poetry right quick. This is entitled The Ghosts. So here we go. It is unseen what this whole world is consistently moving towards, but has never reached. We sentient beings fear what we do not see because what you can't visually behold, it is nearly impossible to understand. We are junkies which will never be satiated. We will never collect or obtain our fix or what we seek. This chase is what keeps us alive. Is this ghost even real, or is it something man made? It is suggested that the ghosts are skinless entities with unfinished business. Maybe the ghost and ourselves are just each other's imaginations. Something that's wanted just because we can never arrive to procure each other's presence. The ghost no man has been acquainted with, but is always supposedly gravitating towards it. While we propel towards this terra incognita, we may find that it's not a place you see, but a place that exists beyond our consciousness, far above our own apperception of pattern as such. They say anything is possible. This ghost, as it haunts us by always remaining absent in our present, steadily reminding us to always be in suspense and surprised by its mythological, metaphysical, immaterial existence. I hope to one day grasp its essence, which holds everything dear to us, which we haven't arrived at just yet, and even if the ghost isn't real, then I at least hope that everything else which I am aspiring to reach will be real and eventually materializes before me. The ghost is elusive and cunning and seems to be in a world of its own always, and we just verbalize it in the present to feel closer and familiar to it. Since time immemorial, we have been impatient, seeking its existence. Some of our dreams have been held by it, and when we want to collect, and we went to collect that which was ours, that which we so laboriously exhausted ourselves, we found that it either dematerialized before us or just remains invisible to us or was never even there. How can this be this conundrum, which is almost impossible to complete? Because when the last piece is placed in its proper coordinate, all the pieces instantaneously turn into one piece that is the single beginning piece to the next puzzle. I know one thing, this ghost, once it reveals itself to you or your vision, becomes more pellucid to its questionable existence. It can look like whatever you want it to. I would rather it bear a striking similitude to an angel rather than it resembling a demon. It is subject to and influenced by our needs and wants. I shall create the most beautiful portrait of what I want its structure to bear. I will be an artist molding a possibility into a reality which is breathtakingly beautiful. Once that has been completed, the resurrection from the yawning grave into the energetic abundancy of life will happen. The dermis and epidermis will envelop. The ghost in the fashion and style of my liking. The wandering mind when sleep, the hypnagogic figures can be brought back to this dimension it is subject to, how you delve into the place that is outside your common coordinates. You may also realize that the unseen ghost is the closest person to you, which has unfinished business. Realizing this horrifying truth will assist you in the embarkation to self abasement and self realization. This self abnegation and significant discovery is the bringing together of matter and spirit, hence ultimately birthing new life into being. How can you be what you have been looking for all along? This syzygia, this coincidentia positorium of a paradoxical reality. When we reach this place of non-existence, that which didn't exist materializes and becomes more orderly and organized. It is very much like a treadmill which we exert that forward action towards, but never quite fully implement that which is sought. We are astonished by man's acts of maya, but fail to realize, assimilate, entertain, and embrace the constant state of abracadabra that this world continuously is intertwined and expressed within. The apparent and non-apparent thaumaturgy of the eros is ascertained by a handful of people in this experience of an existence. This fleshless, questionable non-reality is a metaphysical portal which can be reached in the mind, but not physically. It can only be transitioned into within the contents of the skull, the contents of the trance. It cannot be reached now or later. If one takes an excursion to the infinitesimal interface of the now and later, it may be peeked at, but to fully behold it and touch something that is not tangible is not likely. So the haunting proceeds and remains. The ghost eternally compels us to give it dimensionality so it can exist and have life. If we create it and given it the ability to move along temporal gradients, it is our Frankenstein and we are the progenitors of its reality. This portal has a suspicious rudiment. This ghost, which has no reflection other than the energy we put out in the universe to create it, and the universe which reflected it back to us, hence condensing and concentrating it into our virtual reality. This thing does hold esoteric secrets. It is always looking through a crystal ball and reading the universe's palm to prophesy what will befall us. Will we be conscious enough to channel its many secrets? Will the ghost participate in a type of a samsara, or will it trendlessly fluctuate? What the ghost does not know is that we are the narrator and publisher and author. The ghost is just a ramification of this experience, another character in front of us, but it cannot see what's behind. Only we can, but we can't see what's in front of it, only it can. Only let us make the best choices with our time here, now, so it doesn't haunt us later. We hold the key to what its new structure will entail, what its new being and formation will behold. It is counting on our consciousness of it now before it digests the ingredients to its newfound characteristics and dynamics and revealed to itself. Now knowing that we hold the key to its very action and happening unlocks a potential to change this malleable substance into innumerable achievements to add to our mental gallery of success. Let us be very effective and altruistic in this symbiotic relationship, or go out and collect a therapist's thoughts on the matter because it may not even exist. The ghost, that is.